What's up YouTube, Card Boss here with another episode on Binder Talk. Today I'm going to do a short PSA review of a partial submission that I got back recently and to discuss my thoughts on these very cards. So first up, for those who have been following my channel lately, I've been quite unlucky streak with PSA, delayed returns, unusual great results. But at long last, finally PSA showed me some love. Not a lot, but just a little bit to prove that there is justice in this world. So let's get right to it. What I have here is 5 slabs, and they're all Michael Jordans from the mid to late 90s. Now these Jordans were part of a bigger submission, but today I'm just going to talk about these 5 cards specifically. They were sent around October last year via group submission at a fee of about $25 per card, and it took about 10 months to reach back to me. So I won't slow roll the review, and we'll start going through the cards. So first up, I got a 1994 Emotions and Tense insert in PSA 9. Now this card is a pop 327 with PSA and another 326 that's graded higher. Now this Intense is extremely popular insert, despite its high pop count because of its gold finish, nice glossy gold finish, and the fact that MJ is actually wearing his number 45 jersey, which mainly appeared in most of the 1994 cards only. And right now it retails for about $300. Not a very expensive card, but definitely value. Next up, we got a fan favorite in 1995 Stadium Club Warp Speed in PSA 9. It's currently a pop 140 with 47 PSA 10s above it. And there's a funny story to this. So I got a message from my group submitter, stating that there was going to be an upcharge for this Warp Speed, and that got me super excited. Thinking I struck the jackpot as I'm about to score a PSA 10, which is a whopping $4,000 card. But of course, my hopes were brought back down to earth and had to settle for PSA 9 instead, which I can't really complain. It's a PSA 9 retails for about $800 today. Next up, the roller coaster darling of 2021, the 1997 Metal Universe base in a PSA 9. Extremely popular card during the Goat Safari in the early part of this year, with PSA 9s touching as high as $2,000. It has come back down to earth now, averaging between $500 to $600. This after all is just a base card, and pops 683 with 106 PSA 10s. I do honestly think that $500 for this card is pretty fair, but anything over and beyond would be, unreasonable. I'm gonna jump to a number now to this 1995 Maximum Metal die card PSA 9. Now the card's only pop 133 with 38 higher, which is rather comparable to the Warp Speed in terms of population, but the price is only a fraction of it, retailing for only $250 compared to the Warp Speed PSA 9 $800. So is it on the price? Maybe. People just don't realize how difficult is it to grade the die card edges. It's just a tough grade overall. So I do foresee that prices for this will catch up. Maybe not as high as Warp Speed, considering how popular Warp Speed was, but because the pop count is not going to go up dramatically, I do foresee that this is one card that's going to go up in multiple folds going forward. And lastly, we got the biggest hit of the bunch. 1998 Top Season's Best Bombardier in the PSA 10. Super colorful insert. Love it. Right, and it has MJ in a full jump shot position. Just a great looking card overall. And it's a pop 31 with and there's been no PSA 10 sales number which I can dig up recently. Closest would be a PSA 9 that sold for about $500, which brings my estimate for this card to be about $2,500. Nicely done, Card Boss. Now, at this point, I want to talk briefly about Jordan's 90s insert in the PSA 10. We can obviously see that the step up from 9s and to 10s is significantly higher, at a minimum about 4x to 8x, which I've seen some examples before, compared to modern cards, which is about 2.5 to 3x. So, but despite these crazy premiums, I do reckon that MJ PSA 10 inserts, in particular the popular ones from the 90s like the N10s, the Warp Speed, Power in the Key, Scoring Kings, and many others in my opinion, are somewhat undervalued. I do seriously think that low pump inserts with less than 50 overall, such as this Season's Best Bombardier, would command prices to as high as $10,000 at some point in the next 5 years. Will it be a steady climb or peaks and valleys as what we saw this year? I'm not entirely sure, but I think it'll get there. Seriously. And so finally, I'm just gonna recap briefly on the stats for these 5 cards, including grading fees. I'm all in about $700 for the 5 cards, and the retail ask for these cards are about $4,300 today, and that's $3,600 in profit, which makes up for all my earlier annoyances in the past couple of weeks. I know that there are plenty of PSA haters out there. The service may be dreadful to some, and the results can be all over the place. But when it comes to adding dollars and cents, nothing beats value if you know what you're doing. And once you apply just a little dash of patience, carballs out. Cheers.